Welcome everyone. I'm excited to kick off this presentation with you today. Our focus is on a practical guide to creating high-performing teams that innovate, collaborate, and achieve together. We'll explore the key principles behind building effective teams from the ground up. Over the next few slides, we'll cover strategies to foster collaboration, boost innovation, and drive success. So, let's dive in and discover how to build teams that truly excel. The result is greater than any individual could produce alone. This is the power of collective synergy. When teams work together, they can achieve much more than any one person could on their own. Teams hold each other responsible, creating a culture of ownership that drives accountability and commitment from everyone involved. Mutual accountability means that every member is aligned behind a common mission, not just chasing their own individual targets. And that shared purpose keeps everyone working in the same direction. Now, it's important to remember that not every collection of people is automatically a team. According to Katzenbach and Smith, true teams share a few key qualities. They have complementary skills, a unified purpose, and mutual accountability. When these elements come together, the result is performance that's greater than the sum of their parts. So, what makes a team different from just a group? It's these shared goals, accountability, and purpose that truly distinguish a team, allowing it to achieve extraordinary results. Now, let's take a closer look at the final stage in the Tuckman model, which is adjourning. This is the phase where we celebrate the completion of the team's goals, reflect on what we've learned along the way, and then thoughtfully disband. It's an important moment because it allows us to acknowledge our achievements, capture lessons learned for future projects, and ensure a respectful and positive ending. Recognizing this stage helps us understand that successful teams not only focus on doing great work, but also on closing out their efforts in a meaningful way. When we do this well, it leaves everyone with a sense of accomplishment and readiness for the next opportunity. This stage ties into the overall theme of team development by emphasizing the importance of thoughtful closure, which supports ongoing growth and collaboration. Let's talk about what Google found through their research. Psychological safety emerged as the #1 predictor of team success. Essentially, it's what makes a team thrive or struggle. This idea was part of their Project Aristotle, which looked into the key factors that drive effective teams. Now, trust plays a crucial role here. If you think about Patrick Lencioni's model, the 5 dysfunctions of a team, trust is actually the foundation. Without trust, the entire structure collapses. It's the base upon which everything else is built. Amy Edmondson from Harvard Business School defines psychological safety as the belief that speaking up won't lead to punishment or humiliation, whether you're sharing ideas, asking questions, raising concerns, or admitting mistakes. So, what does all this mean for us? It highlights that creating an environment where people feel safe to express themselves is essential. Trust and psychological safety aren't just nice-to-haves, they're the foundation that supports productive, resilient teams. Without them, teamwork and innovation suffer. Let's talk about building teams that are truly resilient. This means creating an environment where teams can adapt and bounce back quickly from setbacks, using both agility and collective strength. It's about fostering a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities to grow. Now, an essential part of resilience is fostering real human connections. This is especially critical for virtual and distributed teams, where building trust and rapport can be more challenging, but just as vital. When team members feel connected on a personal level, they're more likely to support each other through tough times. Moving on to engagement, it's about inspiring ownership. When you delegate meaningful tasks and trust your team members to lead their work, they become more invested. This sense of ownership drives motivation and accountability, which are key to high performance. Empowerment is the next pillar. Cultivating an ethos that embraces change, continuous learning, and psychological openness helps teams adapt and innovate. When people feel empowered, they're more willing to take risks and contribute their best ideas. All of these, resilience, engagement, empowerment, are foundational to a strong team culture. And it's important to remember that these four pillars are interconnected. Neglecting even one can weaken the entire structure. So, when we focus on building culture, empowerment, and engagement together, we create teams that are not only high-performing, but also adaptable and resilient in the face of change. Now, let's take a closer look at how our internal networks function. They coordinate efforts within the team, ensuring everyone is aligned and working towards the same goals. At the same time, external alliances play a crucial role by unlocking new resources and opportunities that we might not have access to on our own. This combination creates a powerful web of connections that enhances our overall effectiveness. Next, strategic networks rely heavily on honest dialogue. Open and transparent communication helps us prevent misunderstandings and keeps everyone aligned. When we speak openly, we build trust and ensure that our efforts are synchronized, which is vital for success. Finally, the importance of clear roles cannot be overstated. When skills are complementary and responsibilities are well-defined, we maximize each individual's strengths. This clarity allows us to operate more efficiently and confidently, knowing exactly what each person is responsible for. Altogether, these elements, roles, communication, and networks, form the backbone of our team's internal and external web. They are essential for fostering collaboration, innovation, and growth as we move forward in our strategic initiatives. Trust really is the foundation of any healthy team. Without it, conflict tends to become destructive rather than something that can help us grow. When we anchor ourselves in trust, we create a safe environment where disagreements can be productive. Leaders and peers must show healthy conflict behaviors openly and consistently. That means modeling respectful communication and demonstrating that it's okay to disagree. Designing structured moments for honest, low-stakes disagreements can make a big difference. It helps people feel comfortable sharing different viewpoints without fear of judgment. Setting the expectation that healthy debate is not only welcome, but also valuable helps normalize conflict within the team. When everyone understands that differing opinions are part of the process, it encourages openness. And remember, conflict isn't a failure. It actually signals that team members are engaged and invested. Our goal isn't to eliminate conflict, but to channel it in a constructive way that leads to better ideas and stronger relationships. By managing conflict productively, we build a more resilient and innovative team, aligned with our overall goal of creating a collaborative, high-performing environment. Building a team is really not a one-time event. It's an ongoing investment that requires continuous effort and attention. Each step we take actually reinforces the next one, creating a strong, growing foundation built on trust, clarity, and high performance. When we talk about securing commitment, it's about ensuring everyone is on board and dedicated to the shared goals. Building trust is crucial because it fosters open collaboration and honest communication. Defining roles clearly helps everyone understand their responsibilities and how they contribute to the bigger picture. Open communication keeps the team connected, aligned, and able to navigate challenges together. Achieving consensus and alignment is about making sure everyone is working toward the same objectives and moving in the same direction. These steps, these building blocks, are vital as we work to build a team from scratch. Remember, it's a process that grows stronger over time, and these elements are the key to creating a resilient, high-performing team. Now, as your team evolves, it's important to adjust your leadership approach to match their developing maturity and the specific context you're working in. This means being flexible and responsive to their needs at different stages. When it comes to adapting your style, recognizing wins publicly is vital. Celebrating success boosts morale and encourages continued high performance. At the same time, we should extract lessons from setbacks with equal intention, viewing mistakes as opportunities to learn and grow, not just failures. Great teams don't rely solely on top-down enforcement. Instead, they thrive on peer accountability, where team members hold each other to high standards. This creates a culture of shared responsibility and mutual respect, which is much more sustainable in the long run. And finally, as leaders, demonstrating vulnerability, clarity, and openness sets the tone for the entire team. When we model these behaviors, our team mirrors them, fostering trust and authentic communication. All of these strategies are essential for sustaining high performance, especially as your team continues to develop and face new challenges. Let's talk about the importance of committing to cultivating your team's potential. Remember, the right moment to act is always now. Don't wait for the perfect time, take action today. Trust, clarity, and a strong culture are the non-negotiable starting points. These are the foundations that set the stage for success. It all begins with a solid foundation. When teams feel safe and empowered, they're more likely to take bold risks and come up with breakthrough ideas. This, in turn, drives innovation. Effective teams foster agility and resilience, which are essential in today's fast-changing environment. Building this from the ground up takes patience, trust, and intentional effort, but the rewards are truly extraordinary. And ultimately, remember that together, everyone achieves more. Collaboration and shared purpose are what propel us forward. When we invest in our teams and their potential, we're not just building better teams, we're building a stronger future.